All right, we're back with All Around Athens, and today we're with Bo Hatton and Kyla Martin, and we're going to talk about Blue Front Coffee. This is one of my favorite places to go in Athens, so I look forward to finding out a little bit about the business. You guys excited?
Let's go.
All right, so first question I have, how'd you come up with the name Blue Front Coffee?
I really love this story because there's a really deep heritage, not only physically but even spiritually to the store.
Yeah.
There was a really cool moment. It's been quite a while ago, where they were bringing the railroad through Etowah. And we did get to talk to his historian about this, so that's kind of neat that there is a lot of real truth in this story. They're bringing the railroad through Etowah, which is just like the next city over for anybody that doesn't know. And a lot of people weren't really very supportive of that. And they were just building it anyway. So there was a lot of kind of like, I guess what you could say, roughneck industrial people that were kind of coming through. And they had caught wind of a revival service that was going to be, I guess, down the road from there. And it was kind of like a, more Southern style tent revival. So all these men decided they were going to go out to this revival service to pick up women, as I guess people do when they hear about the Lord's going to be moving. There must be some beautiful women that's going to be there.
Amen.
And so they go to pick up women, and lo and behold, the man who was there to speak, he just gave a word that was just, I guess what you could say, terrifying. Hellfire, brimstone.
Yeah.
It's just like, here it is. We're going full drive, full throttle. So those men go out that evening, and I guess at that time people would be around the venue, like they would all kind of be near the tent, sleeping outdoors. Yep. So they're outdoors, and nobody knew there was a meteor shower coming that night, which was huge, like monumental. So all these men are seeing this right in front of them, thinking, the Lord's coming and he's coming now.
No.
And sure enough, they all gave their heart to the Lord. Praise God.
That's great.
And from there, those men were like, well, what do we do with this? So there was a mercantile store called the Blue Front Mercantile in Etowah. And there was like a meeting house above. So all these men would meet and bring people, and they would just talk about God. And it just began to grow. From there, they were like, we're so big, what do we do? We have all these people. So they said, well, let's go plant us a church. So they go plant a church over here.
Wow.
And they'd grow again. Well, let's go plant a church over there. Then they'd grow again. Let's go plant a church here. From this one place, from this one time, all of these churches, a lot of these historical churches that you're seeing in this area came from this one place, the Blue Front Mercantile, up in the meeting house. How amazing is that? So when we started here, the vision is we want to be on university campus. We want to be in Athens. Yeah. We want to be in a place where we're accessible. People can come, and it can grow, and it has grown.
Yeah.
And from there, we're seeing people from all over the nation, because of the students that are at Wesleyan, are coming here. And whether they know it or not, we're just loving these people. We're telling them about Jesus. We're making them coffee. We're establishing relationship. And from there, we we can give you firsthand testimony of people that have walked in today who have given their heart to the Lord here and taken that back to their home country, to their family, or back to their city here in the United States. We have seen what might not necessarily be a church, but a meeting house for God established in people's homes all over the world, starting here.
I'm so glad you shared that. I mean, that's just an incredible story of God's faithfulness and his work. And, man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it over to Kyla for just a moment. We're going to ask her a question. You're one of the first employees here, right? Or kind of one of the first people started here? All right, so tell us how everybody got started here in this business here in a particular location here, if you could.
Sure. First of all, this historically was Dugan's dry cleaner. I mean, trademark, incredible family and business that originally established this location.
Okay.
My husband and I happened to live next door to Dugan's. We moved. I'm pointing this way because the house is this way. We moved there May 2019. There was one day we looked outside. We saw our pastor literally standing in a grassy lot outside, not knowing that we lived there. And we're like, what is he doing out there? So my husband goes outside and he says, what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys lived here. I just felt like the Lord gave me a vision about this place. And we were like, okay, what's the vision? And he proceeds to tell us about the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And at the time, I worked at the former coffee shop downtown, the Beanery. So I couldn't get away from coffee. We lived above the Beanery. Now we're living next door to the Blue Front. I was working somewhere else. And the Lord called me here in October of 2020, which was the pandemic year.
Yeah.
And then by February 2021, Blue Front is open.
Yeah.
We sold out the first weekend. It was Valentine's Day weekend when we opened, February 19th to be exact. We sold out and came back the following.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a really fun time. So it was so challenging and refreshing, but you had the entire weight of the pandemic kind of against you, and the naysaying of that, which is gone away and done, and that's over. But we're still here, and we're still here. So that was the testament of God's faithfulness. But yes,
That's greght. I want to actually do a little bit different on this one. This question right here, we're going to talk about what we feel are benefits. I'm like, right now. First, start with you. What do you feel is the benefits of drinking coffee, or what do you enjoy about coffee in general?
coffee is universal to me. Anywhere you go in the world, there will always be coffee, and I am no respecter of coffee, but I love the soothing effect of it, and it doesn't hurt that it gives me energy when I am extremely, extremely tired.
All right, so I'm going to share with you guys the fact that this is a local coffee shop, and it's better than the usual, Starbucks, other stuff. And I'm just being partial, okay? I'm being partial, all right? And there's other great coffee shops out there, no discounts to them, but it is always a good thing to come in here and find some warm, friendly faces to talk to, and also enjoy a cup of brew. So thank you.
For sure. And I love even what Kyla said, how it is universal. And one thing that's interesting that not a lot of people know is whenever you're drinking coffee, especially made by us or by any specialty roaster, you are drinking something that is harvested from around the world.
Yeah.
I know some of our beans that we use are from Colombia, Tanzania,
Right.
They're from Africa, they're from even different parts of South America, really interesting things about that. And one thing that I love is you can find a lot of ministry that happens there. A lot of people who are reaching out to local farms and native people that are doing these things. And they're saying, we want to support you. We're believing for your best, and that's even something that we hope to do even more in the future is eventually, hopefully, reach out, maybe even learn about these farms, learn about these people.
Make a mission trip out of it.
Yeah, doing things like that.
Yeah.
And there's some goals that are within our church. Our shop is owned by our church, which is really neat.
Right.
Just establishing these relationships with people because it is international and because that's our heart. We love seeing it come into this place. We love seeing it go from this place. So that maybe is something that not a lot of people know is that every time you do drink a cup of coffee, whether that be right here from Blue Front or the Folgers in your cup, it was most likely harvested by somebody in another nation who was really thankful to have that money, that finance,
Absolutely.
Good thing.
Absolutely. What other items do you serve here at Blue Front Coffee?
Yeah, we, obviously have some of your regular stuff, hot chocolate. We've got some really amazing tea options. We work with I guess they're more local. It's the Piper and Leaf Tea Company, and they do a great job. Lots of really cool herbal options, black, green tea options, stuff like that. We do lemonades, smoothies. We do like little Red Bull mixers, energy drinks. We make energy drinks.
I wish I would have known that now.
Yeah, we got you. We've got a new one for Valentine's Day, and so next week we'll have a new energy drink that we'll release.
Oh, what? Can you give us a preview of that?
Yeah, for sure. It's
What's
really
it called?
good. It's I think we're calling it the Electric Feel. So it kind of a little twist on that the song Electric Feel.
Oh,
so
okay.
it'll just be like a little boost. It's like a wild berry blast with citrus. Yeah.
Even better. First
Just
touch.
a little electric, like a wild berry, lemon, citrus, and violet blast. So it's really good.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. We have to find people. Got to know where you're at. So can you share people where
This
you
is
guys
a good
work
one.
To be
at?
exactly precise, it is 5 West College Street. downtown Athens. There is a beautiful mural of the women's rights movement. It's a sepia color. That is your landmark. When you see that, this way,
The left, yep.
you take a right, and we are the literal blue building on College Street. You
Yeah.
cannot miss us, right across the street from Miller Hall, Tennessee Wesleyan's campus here.
So if you're coming down the hill on White Street, you'll see it on your right, and you just come right up by there.
Absolutely. Well, thanks everybody for your time today, and it's been a fun segment. This has been awesome. Blue Front Coffee in downtown Athens, and come check these guys out. Absolutely. Y'all have a good day.